Hello everyone. If you clicked here, then you're surely not lazy. Before entering the video, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's dive into the video. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'm so lazy, bro, I can't study"? If so, it's time to stop blaming yourself. The truth is, you're not lazy, you're just using the wrong study methods. In this video, I'll show you exactly why your grades are suffering and how a few simple changes can turn things around. We'll break down the 2 biggest mistakes students make, and I'll share 3 practical fixes that actually work. Let's get started and change the way you study forever. Been exactly where you are. I used to sit at my desk for hours telling myself I was studying. But in reality, I'd spend maybe 5 minutes actually working and the rest of the time watching YouTube or scrolling through my phone. Afterward, I'd feel guilty and wonder why I was so lazy. My grades reflected it. I failed my first semester with just 42%. But 8 months later, I scored 92%. Same brain, completely different results. What changed? It wasn't my intelligence. It was my approach. There's something important. Lazy people don't feel guilty. If you feel bad about not studying, it's because you actually want to do well. The problem isn't your motivation, it's your method. Once you understand that, you can stop beating yourself up and start making real progress. Today, I'll give you 3 fixes that changed everything for me. No nonsense, just practical advice you can use right now. Let's talk about the first big mistake, the 4-hour lie. You might feel proud sitting at your desk from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., thinking you're putting in the work. But after just 45 minutes, your brain is exhausted. Science tells us that our focus cycle lasts about 45 to 50 minutes. After that, your ability to retain information drops by 70%. So, for most of those 4 hours, you're just pretending to study. It's not your fault. Your brain just isn't built for marathon sessions. Research shows that our brains can only maintain deep focus for about 45 to 50 minutes at a time. After that, our ability to absorb and remember information drops dramatically. This means that those long, uninterrupted study sessions aren't just ineffective. They're actually wasting your time. Instead of pushing through, it's better to work with your brain's natural rhythms. Here's the fix, the 50-10 rule. Study with full focus for 50 minutes, no distractions, no phone in sight. Then, take a 10-minute break. Use this time to walk around, drink some water, or stretch. The key is to avoid mindless scrolling or watching reels. After 3 rounds of this, take a longer 30-minute break. This method transformed my study sessions from 4 hours of fake productivity to 2 hours of real learning. Breaks aren't just a chance to relax, they're essential for your brain to process and store information. When you step away from your desk, your mind gets a chance to recharge. This means you'll come back to your work with more energy and better focus. It's not about working harder, but working smarter. Trust your brain's need for rest. There's a big difference between real study and just pretending. When you follow the 50-10 rule, you'll notice that you actually remember what you learn. You'll cover the same amount of material in half the time, and you'll feel less exhausted. This isn't magic. It's just using your brain the way it was designed to work. If you're struggling to stay focused, it doesn't mean you're lazy. It just means your brain is tired. By giving yourself regular breaks and shorter, focused sessions, you'll see a huge improvement in your productivity and your grades. Remember, it's not about the hours you put in, but the quality of your study time. Now let's talk about the second big mistake, thinking that reading equals learning. We've all done it, reading the same chapter 3 times, highlighting everything, and making beautiful notes. But when the exam comes, your mind goes blank. Why does this happen? Because reading feels productive, but it doesn't actually help you remember or understand the material. Highlighting and rereading can make you feel like you're making progress. But in reality, you're just going through the motions. It's like watching gym videos instead of actually working out. The real learning happens when you actively engage with the material, not just passively read it. So what's the fix? It's called active recall. Instead of just reading, you test yourself on what you've learned. For example, after reading a page, close the book and ask yourself if you can explain the concept to a 5-year-old. If you can't, go back and review. This method forces your brain to retrieve information, which strengthens your memory and understanding. Use active recall. Start by reading a small section of your textbook. Then, close the book and try to explain what you just read in your own words. You can also make your own questions or use flashcards. The goal is to force your brain to pull information out, not just recognize it on the page. This is how real learning happens. The more you practice active recall, the easier it becomes. Start small, test yourself every 10 minutes as you study. Over time, you'll find that you remember more with less effort. This approach helped me cut my study time from 3 hours per chapter to just 1 hour, with better results. Flashcards are a powerful tool for active recall. Write questions on one side and answers on the other. Go through them regularly, and don't be afraid to challenge yourself. You can also use previous year's exam questions to test your understanding before you even finish the chapter. This keeps your brain active and engaged. Top students don't necessarily study more, they study smarter. They use techniques like active recall and the 50-10 rule to maximize their results in less time. You don't need to spend all day at your desk. Focus on quality, not quantity, and you'll see your grades improve. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more hours means better results. But what really matters is how you use your time. Short, focused sessions with regular breaks and active testing will always beat long, unfocused marathons. Make every minute count. If you've been feeling guilty about your study habits, let it go. You're not lazy, you just needed a better strategy. With these new methods, you'll start to see real progress. Remember, it's about working with your brain, not against it. It's time to break the cycle of endless hours and little progress. Try the 50-10 rule and active recall for just 1 week. Notice how much more you remember and how much less tired you feel. Small changes can lead to big results. Keep a simple log of your study sessions. Write down how long you studied, what you covered, and how you felt afterward. This will help you see your improvement over time and keep you motivated to stick with the new methods. Every time you finish a focused study session or successfully recall information, give yourself a small reward. This could be a short walk, a favorite snack, or just a moment to relax. Celebrating small wins keeps you motivated and makes studying more enjoyable. Consistency is key. It's better to study a little bit every day than to cram everything into one long session. Make studying a regular part of your routine, and you'll find it gets easier over time. Your brain loves patterns. Use that to your advantage. One of the biggest obstacles to effective study is distraction. Keep your phone in another room, turn off notifications, and set up a dedicated study space. The fewer distractions you have, the easier it will be to stay focused and get your work done. Good study habits go beyond just what you do at your desk. Make sure you're getting enough sleep, eating well, and staying hydrated. Your brain works best when your body is taken care of. Don't underestimate the power of a healthy lifestyle. If you're struggling with a particular subject or concept, don't be afraid to ask for help. Talk to your teachers, classmates, or look for resources online. Sometimes a different perspective can make all the difference. A positive mindset can make a huge difference in your study success. Believe that you can improve and be patient with yourself as you try new methods. Progress takes time, but every step forward counts. Don't wait until the night before the exam to review your notes. Go over what you've learned regularly, using active recall and spaced repetition. This will help you remember more and feel less stressed when exams come around. Every student is different. Experiment with different study techniques and find what works best for you. Be willing to adjust your routine as needed, and don't be discouraged if something doesn't work right away. Flexibility is key to long-term success. Whenever you feel unmotivated, remind yourself why you're studying in the first place. Whether it's for a dream career, personal growth, or making your family proud, keeping your goals in mind can help you push through tough moments. You're not lazy and you're not alone. With the right methods, anyone can improve their study habits and their grades. Start with the 50-10 rule and active recall and build from there. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. You've got this. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.